Hey folks, just a quick update. I moved a couple things around on the kit. I noticed that when I was playing, things weren't still comfortable for me and things were cluttered and I don't know, I had to move things around and just reshift things around, and so I'm going to show you what I did, see if it makes sense. Alright, here we go. Okay, so one of the first things I noticed that when I was playing is if I set it up and move things around the second time, I noticed I didn't have my cowbell anymore. I had to move my bass drum over to accommodate my cowbell now. So I had to move my bass drum to the right a little bit from the cage, just kind of like on that post, on that right post, the middle right post, because there's four posts, there's one on each end and two in the middle. And the bass drum sits in the middle between the two middle posts. So the bass drum is more towards the right front post, angled in because I like it a little bit on an angle. And now I have room for the cowbell, which is way off to the right there. So at least now I got it, and it's supposed to be where it is between the floor tom tom and the snare, and it's right above, right below my cymbal right there, so it fits nice, and I can do a lot of beats, so it's good for there. So by doing that, I had to reshift a lot of things on this side, so I had to move things over again over here a little bit, not much, but I did move this over a little bit. This cymbal, this middle cymbal, where is it? Where can I show you? So this middle cymbal, I moved in a little bit more too. Again, I reshifted the ride to come in a little bit more and a little bit over. I had to shift these tom-toms a little bit too to accommodate the bass drum now being over there. So I had to lift it up a little bit because I didn't want the bottom rim to hit the rim of the bass drum. So I had to just get it, because I like it a certain height and I sit at a certain height. So I just wanted to get it to fit, and it just makes it. Another big change that I did was to the cymbal arrangement here. So now, instead of it all being clustered all in one spot here, up and down, and then underneath, I remember I had a splash underneath at one point. That was crazy. That didn't work out. So I now have it arranged in a nice order here. I remember one of these cymbals was over here, and then the bell was over there, and then this was over there. So now I cleaned that up. The bell is all the way to the left now, because that's only used every now and then for an accent piece. And these accent cymbals, these splashes, are now in a nice melodic tone. I kind of arranged them in a nice tone. So when I left stick and right stick, it has a whoosh, whoosh, has a nice tone to it. I also moved over the china back a little bit, so giving more room for those splashes over there. I moved that cymbal too in a little bit so I could get to a little bit easier. And the only other major change I did, I reset this snare drum and this. Oh, okay, so that's one of the other things that I did. I noticed that my hi-hat on my last drum kit mod, the hi-hat pedal was back too far, because I pushed the hi-hat back because I figured I needed a little bit more room, because I wanted to get around these smaller toms, and the hi-hat was in the way, so I pushed it out of the way so I can get around here without clicking this all the time with my sticks and hitting it by mistake. It used to be higher. When I was younger, I played everything high. Everything was up here. But I don't do that anymore. So now I'm older, I like things lower. I don't have to reach for things anymore. All right, so conveniently, I put them down low to match on the same line. It's just to get to easier. And the hi-hat was in the way. So now it's more front, and I kind of balanced it out, and I fixed the issue with this bar. Now, this is the bar. You see it's curved over here, so the double bass pedal won't interfere with it, so it won't hit it. So, and I had a little issue with trying to, get it the right spot, because then I had to match it to, here, and then I had to match it here, and it took a little time, but I figured it out, and I kind of got it to work. I mean, I have everything at the max. It's at the edge, so the snare drum can't go over anymore. I have it clamped where I need it to clamp, but you can move it, you could shift it a little bit back and forth, and at the clamp down there, I have it at its max too, over there. So it's already at its max. So I can't pull it or push it anymore out. It is what it is. But I got it to fit, and it works. The pedals fit underneath nicely. Hi-hat works nice now. It's right there. It's comfortable. I can get to it. So that was that change. And I think that's it. So this is basically what it looks like. I'll just show you a top view of it, because now it makes more sense. So I'm sitting behind the kit. You could just imagine sitting here. Let me just sit. I'll just sit behind here, and I'll just show you. So if I'm sitting and I'm playing this, it's easy for me to get to these guys. So it has a nice tone. Right? So that's nice there. And that works. So it just works. If it works, it works. That's it. You keep it. These guys stayed the same. I just, like I said, loaded them a little bit. This big guy moved over a little bit, and this guy moved over a little bit, because I didn't want I need the clearance for the pedals. So I didn't want my knee to keep hitting, you know, these two things. Because as I put my foot in here and try to do this, you know, my foot would either hit this, or it would hit this. I would go to the bass pedal, and my knee would hit this if I'm doing stuff on the bass pedal. So now I kind of got room. So I have a little room here. It doesn't, so I have some room here. And I got the bass pedal. So that works. And when I come back here, I got plenty of room. See? And it's good. It's a tight spot, but you know how it is with these fancy cars. You know it's a tight spot. This is a performance car. Yeah, it's a performance kit, so everything's tight. No, but it's nice actually. So again, down here, and I have a little room between here and here. Got my pedals. That's good. And that's it. And that's the kit. Okay, see you later.